Sound, camera,
rolling.
Alright, and action.
On January 7th, 2022, Kane Pixels, a GFX artist, posted a video titled The Backrooms Found Footage. This video later created a new genre of videos of found footage. The original found footage video now sits at 25 million views on YouTube, exploding a new type of video and allowing Kane Pixels to reach 1 million subscribers. Now, Kane has 10 videos on his series across 4 months, and creating a story of how a company created an environment never suited for mankind. So let's talk about this story, and then trying to fill in the blanks at the end. We begin in 1982, where the Oak Ridge National Laboratory runs some tests to send tiny marbles to a different dimension. We see this where a marble is surrounded by 8 generators. These generators would then be fired up, and after the test is done, the marble is gone, presumably sent to the alternate dimension we was talking about earlier. The test is finished, and the video ends. Now, we have no idea what happened between 1983 to 1987, but what we can tell is that Oak Ridge National Laboratory would eventually get a rebrand and would be called Async Research Institute. Async would then ask the US government for funding for the project KV31. KV31 was designed after the marble test we was talking about earlier, getting a huge glow up with the help of the US government's funding. We would then see this in the third test, where the KV31 threshold would be fired up. After 15 seconds it would eventually fail, and Async would eventually give up, and the backrooms would never be oh wait, they actually reached the backrooms. Yeah, they actually reached it. After 5 tests, they would eventually reach this new dimension on October 17th, 1989 at 5:04 PM California time. Async would eventually reach gold, and they have. However, at the same time, Async's 6th test would cause a man-made earthquake in the Santa Cruz Mountains. 6.9 magnitude earthquake to be exact. After this, the US government found out that Async was behind this earthquake and terminated their contract with Async, meaning Project KV31 had no meaning anymore. Not only that, but after Async found or created the backrooms, missing cases in the US skyrocketed to an all-time high after the 6th test. Some Async researchers find dead bodies in the backrooms, leading the US to leave the project, stating this environment was never intended for mankind. However, Async persisted with this project, creating their own area in the backrooms. It's May 1991. Marvin, an Async researcher, has the job of recording a team's exploration of the backrooms. We see 2 people put on the hazmat suit and walk into the KV31 threshold. We see a man looking into the backrooms and walks back into reality. The team, now in the backrooms, finds a weird part of this backrooms where the carpet has huge holes in the carpet. One of the team members points out a door and balances his way to the door. What he finds on the other side is unknown. Our cameraman is called to the door by the researcher, but trips and falls into one of the holes, finding a new part of the backrooms. Marvin asked for his co-workers to send down a rope and a suitcase. While the co-workers get a suitcase and rope, he would explore this unexplored and neglected place under the backrooms. Marvin, all of a sudden, would hear somebody screaming for help inside this place. Confused, Marvin would tell his co-workers that he would try and find a person trapped inside this below backrooms. When going to explore, he would find a weird suburban street-type place. The screams would get louder and lead to a house in the suburban place. As he walked into the house, he would describe inverted street signs in a room. There was a corridor where he walked through, which would lead to a room where as he described it,
I think someone's been living down here.
he would hear more screams through a corridor. When he walks into the corridor, he finds nobody, only a creature where Marvin finds out,
That's not a person.
runs at him while screaming. When he finds out that is not a person, he runs the other way, tripping on air, and runs back into the hole where he fell, only saved by his co-workers using a suitcase and a rope. Now, I have no idea what Async does at this point. I hope that they just end the project after Marvin's discovery of aliens or creatures or anything in this place. Or they keep exploring after they find out this place, this below surface backrooms type thing. And I feel like I'll just end the video here. Kane's series has shape-shifted this new genre of found footage, and I cannot wait to see more of Kane Pixels. There's many videos of Backrooms found footage which you can find on YouTube right now if you just search up Backrooms found footage. I'd like to say please go subscribe to Kane and subscribe to this channel, because there will be more of these types of videos soon. Right. And for now, leave me alone.